All right, traders, this is the watch list video for Tuesday, December 20th. The SPY, another red day. The Dow is down like 162. Pretty impressive 5-day drop in the SPY. I'm looking at several stocks for a potential bounce tomorrow. I will say that it's trading very much like a holiday period, right? A week that where there's a holiday next. Market's closed a week from today, by the way, Monday. But typically when you get around Christmas, things die down pretty much, and that feels like it today. There's not a lot of big movement, but still there's stuff to trade. One shout out to Kevin P, who gave us SMMT, and I'm going to show you the call he made. I'm going to try to explain it here. The other day, a couple days ago, which would have been Thursday, it hit 379. Then this morning it hits 379. But pulled back. So by our one of our definitions is calling this a 2-day high break. In other words, kind of a recent high and then also today's high and a pullback. So we basically called it at 380 over that 379 resistance from Thursday, and then again this morning breaks 380 and went nuts. So it was a beautiful call, and the risk was about a dime. So think about that. From 380 it goes to 540 on about a dime risk that didn't stop out. And you hear Kevin P's name called a lot in these videos because he is very good at spotting these setups. So hat tip to Kevin P. Call of the day for sure. Let's see what we're watching for tomorrow. VKTX, big rip, and pretty strong relative to the market. So definitely gonna watch that for a follow through day setup tomorrow. BTB, nice breakout today. Pretty strong move, but it's also been running for 3 days. Still going to go on a chart. Here's some of the bounce plays I talked about. Apple, AAPL. I'd like to see it pierce 130 tomorrow and then look for a reversal down there since it did that back in June. But either way, I'm going to watch it for one of the bounce play setups that we teach. GRTS, a different kind of a bounce play where it had a really strong move and now a few days lower on declining volume. That goes on bounce watch. Tesla, right back on bounce watch. I said the 150 area was, a big psychological level. Today it went all the way down to 145.82 before closing very close to 150. Anyway, Tesla goes on bounce watch. EH goes on bounce watch several days in a row down after a big move. DNUT, which is Krispy Kreme, 5 days in a row down to take out recent lows. For me, when something takes out recent lows but had to come a long way in a very short period of time to get there, that's a good recipe for a possible snapback bounce. Amazon makes the list. This is down much like the SPY, right? Down like 5 days in a row. 5 days ago it was 96.25 and today it's 84.92. The most recent low was 85.87, so we took that out. And let's go back and look at the weekly just because I want to show you this. This was the early 2020 low, right, when COVID hit, 81.30. So certainly an interesting level. If it gets anywhere down near the low 80s, which, we're already below 85, there's 5-minute candle. So anyway, I think this is another good recipe for a possible snapback bounce. Disney, sort of the same thing, much like the SPY, several days down in a row to take out recent lows. 86.28 was the most recent low, and we're down below that now. NTRA had a big pop yesterday, kind of a quiet inside day today, looking for a 3rd-day play. And then lastly, I'm going to throw ICCM on watch, which is not a pretty chart, right? Why is this on watch? Not much volume. Looks like nobody's trading it. Oh, here's why. Because in after hours, it's trading at 601 right now. Went as high, went over 10, I think. Let me just turn pre-market on for you to show you this. There's the big after hours pop. So it had a nice headline after hours, came back well off the after hours high, but still a massive gap up from the 93-cent close. One thing I will say though, if this is gapping nicely tomorrow, it might become untradeable, right? Because I think it's based on the average daily range and maybe also the closing price. I think it's going to be one of those serial halters, but I'm going to watch it nonetheless. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. We'll see everybody in the chat room in the morning. We'll add gappers to the list in the morning as well. Hopefully we'll find some nice trades tomorrow, all right? I'm done babbling. See you in the chat.